Hi guys, welcome back to Kim's class. Today's lesson will continue talking about time and daily activities. Let's look at today's objectives. Today's objectives say, I know common verbs to describe daily activities. The other objective says, I can use the present tense and ask and answer WH questions like what time. Let's talk about today's vocabulary. The first word we're going to talk about is the verb eat. Eat breakfast, eat lunch, eat dinner. The next vocabulary word is the verb get. We might say get up or get dressed. The next vocabulary word is the verb play. Play soccer. Play video games. The next vocabulary word is the verb study. Study English. Study French. The next vocabulary word is the verb go. Go to bed. Go to work. Go shopping. The next vocabulary word is the verb take. Take a shower. Take a break. The next vocabulary word is the verb do. Do laundry. Do dishes. The last vocabulary word for today's lesson is the verb exercise. Let's look at how we can use these words to talk about the grammar structure in the simple present tense. Let's look at today's grammar structure. Today's grammar structure is talking about the simple present using WH questions. For example, you see, what do you do in the evening? What does he do in the evening? What does she do in the evening? What do they do in the evening? Do you notice that the verb do changes to does when we use the pronoun he and she? This is a common way to change verbs into the correct tense when talking about he and she. We simply add an S to the end of the verb. Let's look at the answers to these questions. I work. He works. She works. They work. Once again, you will notice that when we say he and she, the verb changes and we add an S. Now let's put it all together. If the question asks, what does he do in the evening? The answer would be, he works. How about, what do they do in the evening? The answer to that question would be, they work. Let's practice some sentences. I'd like you to use either the verb do or does in the first part of the question, and in the answer, use the correct form of the verb. Let's look at our first sentence. The first sentence says, what he do in the morning? Are we going to use the word do or does? If you said, what does he do in the morning, you're correct. Let's look at the answer to that question. He dressed. What verb tense will you put in that blank? If you said he gets dressed, then you're correct. Let's look at this next sentence. Are we going to use the word do or does? If you said, what does she do in the afternoon, then you're correct. How about the answer? What will we say? She eat lunch or she eats lunch? If you said she eats lunch, then you're correct. Let's look at sentence number 3. It says, what he do at 6 p.m. Are you going to use the word do or does? If you said, what does he do at 6 p.m., then you're correct. What about the answer? Are you going to say, he study English or he studies English? If you said, he studies English, then you're correct. Let's look at the next sentence. Are you going to use the word do or does? If you said, what does she do at night, then you're correct. What about the answer? She reads a book. Good job. Let's look at the last question. Are you going to use the word do or does? What they do on Sunday. If you said, what do they do on Sunday, then you're correct. What about the answer? What do they do on Sunday? If you said, they watch TV, then you're correct. So that's some practice with some of the sentences for today. Let's look at today's objectives and see how we did. Do you know common verbs to describe daily activities? I hope so. Can you use the present tense and ask WH questions like what and give answers? We've had some practice with that. So that's the end of today's lesson. Thank you for joining me in Kim's class. If you are enjoying being my student as much as I'm enjoying being your teacher, I'd like to ask you to do 3 things for me. Is that okay? First, please click on the like button at the bottom of this video. Second, subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button. Number 3, share this free video with your friends, your family, and people that you work with. Number 4, I know I said 3, but this is homework. In the comments section below, write an answer to one of these 3 questions. Tell me, what time do you wake up? Or, what do you do every morning? Or, you could tell me what days do you study English? So until next time, Thank you for letting me come with you on this journey to learn English. I hope to see you soon.